How does the body use energy? From food to storage into the body. In this chapter we provide a brief overview of how the body processes the food through the digestive system, and where the energy is stored. Next, we describe how the energy is used, and how the energy stored in our body is transformed to perform daily life activities. The digestive system, an overview. The digestion starts with the senses. Chewing helps to break the food into small particles. The food reaches the stomach through the esophagus. The stomach mixes food with gastric juices by churning movements and breaks the food down into even smaller pieces, which are then passed to the small intestine. The digestive system, transportation. The small intestine further digests all macronutrients until these are ready to be forwarded. The blood and lymph facilitates the transfer of nutrients into the liver. The liver, main functions. The liver's main job is to filter the blood coming from the digestive tract, before passing it to the rest of the body. The liver metabolizes fat, protein, and carbohydrates. It secretes bile that goes into the first section of the small intestine, the duodenum. Here the bile helps your body to digest fats and absorb vitamins. The liver also makes cholesterol and lipoproteins that transport cholesterol through the body. The liver stores glycogen, vitamins and fat, and it detoxifies the body from chemicals and drugs. From the small intestine, the remaining food pulp goes into the large intestine. The functions of the large intestine are to secrete mucus that helps in lubrication to avoid holding up waste particles, and helps with detoxifying the body. To resorb water and minerals. To provide a settlement and reaction space for the flora to support our immune system. To pass undigested and unabsorbed fecal matter to the rectum, and then lastly, the feces are digested through the anus. Carbohydrates found in bread, grains, fruits, milk, and other food with sugar are broken down into glucose to supply energy to cells. The glucose that we cannot use is stored in the liver and muscles, and if it is not used, it is converted into fat. Proteins are found in meat, eggs, fish, nuts, dairy products, and beans. Proteins are broken into amino acids and are used to build muscles and make other proteins necessary for the body to function. If proteins are not used, they are converted into fat. Lastly, we have fat that is mainly found in oils, nuts, and animal products. Fats are broken down into fatty acids to make cell linings and hormones. The unconsumed fatty acid is stored in fat cells. How does the body retrieve energy? Our body constantly burns calories for various processes like breathing, digesting, and exercising. Depending on the type of activities, it either uses the energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate, or ADP, adenosine diphosphate, plus phosphate. ATP is often called the energy currency of the cell. ADP is used for metabolic activities such as breathing and digesting. ATP is used when we use our muscles. Depending on the length and intensity of our activity, the ATP energy is withdrawn from different systems. A bit like having, ideally, several accounts from which money can be withdrawn. If we need to pay fast, we use cash or e-wallet, but usually, you will not have much money in your pockets or e-wallet. If you need to purchase something more expensive, you may need to go to the bank to withdraw more money. Let's look at the 3 main ways to rebuild or resynthesize ATP to withdraw energy from our stores. To convert the energy to perform our daily life activities, we have 3 main systems. ATCP, anaerobic and aerobic. Let's have a look at them in the next slides. the phosphagen system called ATP-CP. The ATP-CP system does not require oxygen and is immediately available. ATP-CP energy is consumed in 10 seconds. This energy is stored in the muscle, but the storage for ATP and CP are small. This energy is used, for example, for standing up. Thus, the amount of energy obtainable through this system is limited. The ATP-CP is like the cash in our pockets. Anaerobic system. The anaerobic system creates or resynthesizes ATP from sugar in the blood, and does not require oxygen. This process is called glycolysis. When sugar is transformed into ATP, there is a byproduct that is called lactic acid. You may feel it in your muscles. This energy can be produced fast, but it is finished within 2 minutes. This energy is used, for example, for sprints. The anaerobic system is like using the ATM, for which we need to key in our code. Aerobic system. The aerobic system rebuilds ATP from glycogen stored in our muscles and liver. It can also resynthesize ATP from fat if we exercise for long. This system needs oxygen to produce ATP, our energy currency. It is more complex and can be compared to going to the bank to withdraw more money. The aerobic system can produce energy for a long time, for example, when we go hiking. These systems do not work separately, but they constantly support each other.